week, I want to orient us to a couple of concepts. The first is resource. Your resources. Let me define resource as simply something or someone who supports you. So you can have financial resources, you can have physical resources, you can have people and pets that are emotional resources. So today's practice helps one acknowledge an external resource while developing internal resources of gratitude and loving kindness. Internal resources of gratitude and loving kindness. From my perspective, these are super helpful resources because they tune our nervous system and our awareness to things that are beautiful, that are not problematic. And for us to have moments during our day where we are open and appreciative, that's its own kind of medicine. That is also training your brain so that tomorrow the same is that much more accessible, that much easier to connect with. If you recall, the technical term for that is neuroplasticity. So lastly, from my perspective, the kind of meditation that we're doing today, which is a variation of Metta or loving kindness meditation, this kind of practice helps our mind and heart. I like to consider that a combination, mind-heart, helps our mind-heart be resilient, strong, flexible, and nimble. I love thinking like that. My mind-heart is training to be resilient, strong, flexible, and nimble. Okay, so this practice it will invite you to consider a human resource, and that human resource will be, I'm sorry, it doesn't have to be human, but an external resource that's a being. Could be a pet, could be a human, could be a spiritual figure. Someone that you notice their presence supports you. And we will use that person to help generate gratitude and loving kindness. Then we'll finish by orienting our capacity for developing and offering loving kindness towards ourselves. Okay. So there's an explanation of the practice. Before we go into it, do you have any questions or comments? Okay, then let's go. So for this practice, come into a posture that's comfortable. Like imagine your body non-verbally saying, ah. Eyes can be open or closed. And you can change your posture or what your eyes are doing anytime through the practice. So I'd first like to direct your attention to an external resource that's a thing. The chair supporting you. So when you use your interoception and you go inside your body, you can feel the pressure of the support from the chair. Remember, the definition of resource included support. So from this perspective, the chair is a resource to you right now, in this moment, a physical resource. So to the extent that you can, relax into that support. And consider saying this softly out loud or inside yourself. This support, it's safe. It's okay. It's already here. Okay. So this is an external support. Now I want you to extend the notion of support to include beings. These beings support you in some way or another. So I want you to notice who shows up in your mind as I describe them. And it may be that several beings show up. That's great. And if none show up, then let's talk about that at the end of the practice. This being who supports you, their support does not have to be perfect. It's good enough if they support you sometimes. And their support could be financial or emotional or physical or spiritual. It could be a friend or a spouse or a therapist or a spiritual being or a pet. So for today's practice, would you pick one of them that you feel comfortable with today? So now I'd like you to imagine that your heart mind has an inner sanctum like your personal sacred space. Inside that inner sanctum, you feel safe. You feel good. And I'd like you to imagine inviting your external resource into your inner sanctum. And now the practice changes a little bit because I'm going to ask you to remember some things and then notice how they feel in your body. So there's a mental process and then there's awareness of sensations. So remember something this person has done for you. And either say that softly out loud or silently to yourself. Actually say the words that describe something they've done for you recently. As you remember this, how does it feel inside? There may be warmth or expansion in the area of your heart. Now, remember something kind they've said to you. Something kind they've said to you. And notice how that feels. Now, remember their smile and let that change you on the inside. Remembering their smile. So here's the last one. Remember 2 ways that they support you. And say them silently to yourself or softly out loud. Remember 2 ways that they support you. You may notice a sense of gratitude arising. For a few moments, savor these emotions and sensations because they're beautiful. They feel good. So the gratitude can pave the way for loving kindness. Remember, this being is in your inner sanctum, and you've remembered things that they've done for you or said to you, the ways that they've supported you. And you might notice an impulse to offer them some form of kindness. Saying thank you is its own form of kindness. Okay, so this is where we shift again what we're doing, and we use sentences, short, simple sentences that express our desire for their well-being. So remember, they're still in your inner sanctum. And consider saying words like what I'm about to say or something like them. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be safe. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be safe. If you have other words that work better for you, then use them. It helps to customize the practice, making it a little more relatable and a little easier. So repeat your sentences slowly, endeavoring to feel the kindness beneath them or behind them. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be safe. Continue repeating the phrases. And as you do this, you might notice the feeling of kindness vanishes. That's okay. You may be able to rekindle the feeling by remembering their image and the things they've done for you. Then reconnect with that sense of appreciation and let the words flow again. The words will flow for another 40 seconds. Good, good. So let the words grow quiet and imagine thanking the being for joining you and let them leave your inner sanctum or let their image dissolve. Then take in a long, slow inhalation. And with the exhale, imagine that the air leaving your lungs is cleansing your inner sanctum. Here we switch things up a little. If it feels right, imagine inviting yourself into your inner sanctum. You might see a reflection of yourself inside your heart and mind. Notice how it feels seeing yourself there. How does your body respond? Okay. Okay. There's no right way. There's no wrong way. Now I'd like you to remember something that you've done for yourself recently. And say this thing softly out loud. This thing that you've done for yourself. And as you remember and say it, notice how it feels inside. Hmm. Now consider that your very presence here and now, partaking in this meditation, is a way of taking care of yourself. Your very presence here and now, partaking of this meditation, is a way of taking care of yourself. How does that feel to recognize? And now, remember your own smile. Remember what it looks like in the mirror when you're smiling. And then let your actual face smile. Doesn't have to be big, but feel the smile from the inside. Now it's not about imagining what it looks like in the mirror. It's actually feeling your face from the inside. There's just one more thing here. Remember two ways that you support yourself. It could be activities, it could be actual things. Say these two things or activities, whatever they may be, two ways that you support yourself. Say them softly out loud. And notice any sensations that they create. Okay. To whatever extent there are positive memories and positive mental emotional states, savor these. Deliberately pause and revel in enjoyment for a few moments. This is what it feels like to be on your own side. Okay, so now we turn towards action again, and we say the sentences softly out loud or in our hearts to ourselves. May you be happy. So we're still using the second person pronoun. May you be happy. Referring to this person in your inner sanctum. May you be healthy. May you be safe. Here it may feel like other words are more to the point or better suited just for you. Some options could be, may you love life. May gratitude fill your heart. May you sleep well. So we'll stay with this for another minute. During this last minute, consider that you are blessing your life with these words and these feelings. You are blessing your life. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you love your life. Mm-hmm. Good. So let the words grow quiet now. And thank your reflection for coming into your inner sanctum and let the image dissolve. And then take a long, slow inhalation because you're bringing in the air that will cleanse the inner sanctum. And when you exhale, it's like letting the breeze come through your inner sanctum. Your inner sanctum is clean and clear. Now, bring your hands to any part of your body that would appreciate their touch. Any part of your body that would appreciate their touch. Imagine that the touch of your hands is sealing in the goodness of this practice, helping all your cells to absorb into them gratitude and loving kindness that can go out to the world and stay here at home. So when you're ready, let your hands go to wherever they'll be comfortable. And if your eyes have been closed, let them flutter open and use the visual information to remind yourself where you are. As you come back into the group, consider what you want to remember from that practice.